Good morning. I am Kavita, working as assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today I am going to present a topic in Introduction to Operating System. The subject code is CS3451. Introduction. An operating system, which is nothing but it is an interface between the user and hardware. An operating system is a system software that acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware, and also it helps user to run program easily without knowing hardware details. We can say in a simple form, an operating system is a system software that manages computer hardware and software resources and provides services to users and applications. Why we are need this operating system means without an OS we cannot run application, we cannot use keyboard, mouse, printer. Computer will not work properly. So by using an operating system, program runs smoothly, hardware works correctly, and users can interact easily. The real-time example is in a school, teacher is operating system, students is application, and the classroom resource is a hardware. Teacher manages student and resources just like operating system manages programs and hardware. And then objective of operating system. The main objective of operating system is to manage computer resources efficiently and provide a convenient environment for user to run. It provides convenient use of hardware. It ensures efficient resource utilization. Also, it support multitasking and multi-user environment. Also, make sure it make OS easily to modify and extend to ensure security and protection. And then key issues in operating system design. Key issues is the main challenges of an operating system must handle to work efficiently, correctly, and safely. It affects in process synchronization, deadlock, CPU scheduling, memory management, resource management, security and protection, file management. In the input-output device, input-output device management, the devices work at different speed. Operating system must coordinate between CPU and devices. Issues are CPU should not wait unnecessarily for slow devices. And then operating system design goals. Operating system design goals are the objective kept in mind while designing an operating system, so that it works efficiently, safely, and conveniently. It is two types of goals. One is user goal and another one is system goal. In user goal, it is easy to use and fast response. Also, it is reliable and safe. While coming to system goals, it is easy to maintain, flexible, efficient resource usage. And an operating system structure overview. Operating system structure overview, which is nothing but how an operating system is organized. Uh, our operating system is organized internally, and it's how its component interact with each other and with hardware. In operating system structure, it is very there are different types of structures we have. First is simple structure, layered structure, microkernel structure, modular structure, and hybrid structure. In simple structure, which is nothing but it is no clear separation of components. Also, everything in a one layer. For example, MS document, Microsoft document, it is fast. The advantages are it is fast and a simple design. It is a simple design. In disadvantage, it is difficult to maintain, and no security is provided and not scalable. Coming to layered structure in an operating system divided into layers. Each layer performs specific function. That means each layer uses services of lower layer. The upper layer uses services of lower layers. The advantages of Layered structures are it is easy to debugging, modular design, and disadvantages of performance overhead, difficult to define layers. Coming to microkernel structure, only essential service in and kernel, other services in user space. While coming to microkernel structure, only essential service in kernels, to process management, memory management, and IPC, inter-process communication. In other services run in user space. There are advantages in microkernels are it is highly reliability, easy to extend, and disadvantages are slow due to message passing. So message passing it is very slower due to the cause of message passing. And then hybrid structure which is nothing but it is a combination of monolithic and microkernels, um, and modular design. It is a hybrid. So for example, Windows operating system is the example of hybrid structure. The main advantages is balanced performance and flexibility. Operating system structure defines how operating systems are organized and how they interact with hardware and software. Operating system implementation. In implementation means which is nothing but how an operating system is actually written, built, and made to work on computer and hardware. The implementation means writing the operating system code, and earlier operating system, the code is written in assembly language. For example, in modern operating system, the coding are written in C, C++ assembly. So why we using this high level languages for operating system is earlier operating system were written mostly in assembly language, but modern operating systems are implemented mainly high level languages, especially C, with a small part in assembly. It is easier to write and debug, portable across hardware, faster development, and easy to maintenance. Operating system implementation and techniques. In operating system implementation and technique, which is there are so many techniques are used in operating system. Use of system calls also act as an interface between the user and application, and also use of interrupt, device drives, kernel programming, process synchronization techniques. In system call, interface between user program and operating system, it is used to request operating system services. For example, file operation, process creation, memory allocation. Interrupt handling, which is nothing but it is a signal sent to the CPU to stop its current work temporarily, and it handle an important events. After handling the interrupt, the CPU continues the previous work. So there are two types of interrupt. One is hardware interrupt and software interrupt. Operating system respond using interrupt service routine. It will give some signals while the interrupt made. In device drives, software that controls hardware devices, it acts as a bridge between operating system and hardware. And advantages of this interrupt handling is hardware independence and easy to device support. In kernel implementation, kernel is a core of operating system. And while in kernel it is a core part of the operating system, it runs in kernel mode and directly controls the CPU, memory, and hardware devices. Without the kernel, operating system cannot function. So the responsibility of kernel implementation is process scheduling, memory management, file system management, input output handling. And in challenges of operating system design and implementation. Operating system design and implementation challenges, which is nothing but it is hardware dependency, security threats, concurrency issues, performance optimization, Scalability. Designing and implementation of an operating system is difficult because it must manage hardware, support users, and run program efficiently at the same time. In hardware diversity, operating system must work on different hardware platforms. That is CPUs, memory, and device. So challenges is writing operating system code that works everywhere. Thank you.